Alright, so here's a short video on my approach and process to repairing the rear IRS differential mounts on Triumph TR6 sports cars. This is a 1974 TR6 that belongs to a client and friend of mine, and I've done a lot of sorting out on this car, a lot of restoration and customization work, and it's a car I maintain pretty regularly, and eventually my friend developed sort of a cracking, clicking sound that was a metal on metal sound that would come and go as you came on and off the throttle, and it's pretty obvious that it was coming from the differential. Differential mounts on these cars are notorious for failing. It's typically the passenger side, and it's usually the stud at the top where it runs through the cross member. Normally, what you want to do when you're restoring one of these cars, especially if the frame is off, is go ahead and reinforce these rear differential mounts to avoid experiencing this kind of a failure after the car has been restored, as in this case. And so what this video is about is maybe possibly a better approach to how to do the repair, because if the body is on the frame and the car is complete and restored, the only proper way to fix it typically is to remove the full interior and gain access to the top cross member in order to weld the stud in or weld a new stud in. But I kind of gave it some thought and came up with a different approach. And so what I suggest doing is starting out with one of these Moss style master differential mount kits with the popular side stiffening plates, if that modification hasn't already been done, like hadn't been done on this car. And go ahead and remove the bad mount and clean up all of the metal around whatever you plan on keeping. In this case, the driver's side was fine, and it was the passenger side that failed, which is quite typical. And then what I'd start by doing is turning down the stud that comes with the mount kit, so that there's basically a step in the top and the bottom where it passes through the plates. That way I have a gap that I can get into with the welder to get a good weld. And then what I do is I actually build the complete mount on my workbench. Here's the mount. The side plates have been welded on to the bracket. There's a top mount underneath there that the stud passes through, and the stud has been welded in place. So this is a complete mount, top, bottom plate, ready to go, and that way you can then take this complete mount and position it where it needs to be. In this case, what I did was I just cut the old mount out and cut the stud down, so that I did not have to have the stud come up through the cross member. Typically, this is a kind of repair that you want to do when the body's off the frame. In this case, the car was already restored, and so the only alternative is to remove the whole interior and gain access to the top and start welding, and that's no bueno. So what I did instead, and what I'm suggesting others do, is go ahead and build the mount on the bench complete, and then fit it up to the car like I did here, and weld it in once you get your spacing correct. And then on the driver's side here, I went ahead and added the side stiffening plates because that mount was perfectly fine. It's typically the passenger mounts on the U.S. cars that fail first. Of course, while you have the differential out, you might as well give it a good cleaning. In this case, this differential had a lot of stuff living on top of it that had collected over the years. Once you get it all cleaned up and opened up and checked the lash and whatnot as far as clearances go, just go ahead and give it a reseal and new bearing seals and hardware if necessary. And then when I reinstalled this particular differential, we went ahead and upgraded to a softer, Delrin style bushing, not the super hard ones, but the ones that have a little bit of space inside them. So that'll get all the play out of the rear end and make sure that it's nice and tight, but not too stiff. In this particular car, actually, the exhaust was fully welded, and so in order to get the differential out, I had to cut the exhaust. And instead of welding it back together, my friend went ahead and opted for a brand new aftermarket stainless steel exhaust. I could make a whole video on how much effort it takes to get one of these aftermarket kits to fit properly, but let's just say it's not plug and play to get the pipes to look like they do in this photo and make sure everything looks right. But beautiful sounding exhaust, looks good, and my friend and client is quite happy with the repairs. And best part, no more clicky clicky or potential for the differential to fall out of the car. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I hope that helps.